Was my mic muted this whole time? I swear to God if it was, I'm going to be so upset about that. I think my mic might have been muted. If that's the case, that is really unfortunate. I'm sorry about that, folks. I see it was muted when I started. Here, and I forgot to click that. This entire time I was talking to myself. I had the mic muted, so I'm sorry about that, everybody. So, the first period will have no commentary, but the second will, as it's upcoming here shortly. Oh, man. Well, I guess it is what it is. Sorry about that, folks. I was talking, but the mic was muted on the laptop, so there was no sound, so I was kind of talking to myself here. Current score 4-3 in favor of the Waffles over the Kraken. The Waffles will have 1:22 on the power play, start this second and final period. And I was making some good calls too, although I was making some good commentary, I think, personally, but it was not even, the sound was off, sadly, but that's all right. It's back now. It's all that matters. Let's start fresh here. 91 controls at Snellgrove. Snellgrove watched by Cressy. Snellgrove shot blocked by the stick of McLean. It's picked up by Savard. 5-on-4 power play, trying to pass to Minhas. Now clearing attempt blocked. Fakes a slap shot with Snellgrove. Now he passed across in some feet, trying to clear it, and the Kraken will. Just under a minute left in this power play. Herb will come out to play it. Herb passes it up to number 17, Savard. Savard back for 81, Hall. Hall controls. Trevor Hall passes to Butterworth. It's off a stick. And now it's picked up by McLean to Norman. Norman with a great pass, number 16. 16 is Harrison. Harrison with Norman in front. Great pass. Great stick, though, by the defender crashing the wall there. Norman hustles, though, and tries to get the ball. He does for a moment. Pardon me, or then oversteps it. Number 17 there, Ounstead to Garrett. Garrett controls, trips it up the wall. Oh, he gets it back. Oversteps the ball, though, was Ounstead, but helping him out was number 99, Grinder. Troy Grinder to Ostrander. Ostrander, it's in his feet, he kicks it up to himself. Controls, watched closely by Bernard. Here's Garrett. Down to the middle to Grinder, who fires. Looking for a tip. Rebound pops in front. Whacked at. Kept in by Mandrake and spun around. As Oyster was trying to clear that out. But it hops over his stick. There's a 3-on-2. Look, a shot hits the post and that goes out of play. That was number 88 of the Waffles, who is Ryan Carson. Had a great look, but post not been out of play. Would have put his team up too, but beats Vesey, but not the post. Face off deep in the Kraken zone. Waffles lead 1 goal with a 4-3 score. Grinder to Norman, now back down low, D to the D, Mandrake. Keegan Mandrake pass up to Norman. Here's Norman controlling, he gets the zone. Knocks off his stick though. Picked up here by Ostrander. Gets it through, Mandrake hustles after it, Shane Oyster on him hard, but Mandrake's faster there on that play. Here's Grinder for Dylan Ostrander. Try to pass through, it's off a stick. Here's Bernard. Bernard gets it past one defender, but not the second one. Here's Coyston. Kevin Coyston controls, takes a look. Shot. Big save by Herb. Swallowing that one. And just like, nice save from Herb there. She didn't give him a lot of space or room to look at to try to score. She just stared him down and swallowed that up. Face off deep in the Waffle zone after their goaltender Jess Herb makes a big save. Ostrander on the draw, but he loses it. That's Irving who wins that draw in his own zone. Irving controls, pass across. Brought in Cressy watching Waffles player number 23, Runas, close. Runas gets past him though. And picking that up is a Waffles player at the wall, looking for a tip in front from Irving, but it's just wide. Trying to keep that in. They can't. Comes past center now. That was Norman to Cressy. Cressy gets it in the zone, but then loses possession. Norman spins it back. Throws it down low to his teammate. That was McLean. Now Cressy takes a shot at Herb from center. Let's play it up now. Here's Ostrander. Ostrander gloves it down. It's knocked off his stick. Cressy will keep it in. Pass across to Norman, a great one. He kind of mishandles it though. The Waffles come up with it. They gain the center line. And now they gain the zone as well. Here's Irving. Irving controls, takes a look. Passes it back to Rose. Rose down low to number 23. Pass across, shot, scores. The Waffles with a great goal here beat Vesey 5-hole, and they lead by 2. Thank you everybody for tuning in. Appreciate it. Sorry about the first entire period having no commentary. I actually muted the mic the whole time, and I thought you could hear me, but I was talking to myself with the mic muted on the laptop. I'm glad now it's back, and I figured that out off the draw. The Kraken win it. That was number 99 passing that up. It's Grinder. Here's Ostrander. Gary Ostrander controls. Takes a look. Shoots blocked in front by Irving. Delayed penalty. Kraken goalie will try to come off for an extra man, but it's touched by a Waffles player. It'll go back to the net. Napper power play for the Victoria Kraken. Down 2 goals. I think it was a tripping penalty, I believe, behind the play. Off the draw, Kraken win it on the power play. Here's Mandrake. Plays it down low to Garant. In front. Miss. Ostrander shoots. He scores! Gary Ostrander. It's a 1-goal game now as he rips at top cheese. Beats Herb. Napper power play goal for the Kraken, courtesy of Ostrander. This game is close once again, folks. It was still pretty close with even a 2-goal lead for the Waffles, but now the Kraken get one back and make it a 1-goal lead for their opponents. Here's Butterworth, tries to pass up to Minhas. It's knocked down to the air though by Griner with a great play, good hand-eye. But here's Ostrander again. He slides in past Rose, picks it up, picks a shot. It's blocked by Rose now. Now he'll spin off a check, try to chip the ball off Ostrander's stick. The first time he fails, the second time he gets it, but then they crack and get it right back. Mandrake, fake slap shot. Down low, here's Grinder. Plays it around. Number 16 has it there. Number 16 is Harrison. Up in the air, clearing attempt. Comes out at the line. And it's picked up by Minhas. Minhas will play it at the goaltender, Vesey. Here's Grinder. Grinder to Mandrake. Mandrake gets a play on the ball as it almost gets given away. This Grinder didn't know that there's a guy crashing the side where his D partner was, Mandrake, and almost has a bad mistake there, but Mandrake will redeem it and get back and chip it off the winger's stick there, driving the net. Now Mandrake will pass it to Norman and go off for a change. Pass up, fought for. Guy gets slammed to the boards. A penalty will happen there against the Waffles. So it's a 5-on-3. Wait. 5-on-3, I think, for 34 seconds, and then that's what the score clock here says at least. We'll see what the penalty is. I think that's boarding. Okay, I was mistaken. I think they scored a goal, so there's just 30 seconds left. So it's 5-on-4 power play for 2 minutes. As they take it off the clock. And off the draw, they win it clean, the Kraken do in the O-zone. McLean shot, looking for a play maybe to Coiston, but it's up in the air out of his reach. Fought for. Bernard tries to spin off for check. Or sorry, that's Kunkel, 14, not 44. He does, but then he plays it and gives it away to Norman. Norman to McLean. Andrew McLean takes a look. Pass across. Here's Cressy. Cressy back to Norman. It's knocked off his Norman's stick momentarily. Norman gets it again. Here's Norman from a pass from Cressy. Norman slows it down. Pass to the middle. McLean. Shot on net. Herb with the glove, and then we have a Waffles player in front getting chippy with a Kraken player in front of his goalie. Thank you everybody for tuning in. We appreciate you. It's a Div 3-4 playoff matchup, game 1 between the Kraken and the Waffles. Score currently 5-4 in favor of the Waffles. They're shorthanded for just over a minute. Here's Cressy, pass across McLean. McLean takes a look, spins it down low to Ostrander. A pass across blocked. But now here's Bernard. Bernard beats McLean. He has a 2-on-1. But McLean gets back, gets a stick on it. Just under a minute left in the power play. Ostrander's pass across is blocked. Pass through the legs. Grinder from Ostrander rather. Back to McLean. Now up to Ostrander. And McLean will go off for a change. Hustle after it. Trying to clear it, it's kept in at the line by Mandrake. Mandrake in neutral territory to Grinder. Grinder takes a look, back to Mandrake. Mandrake brings it in. Shoots, pad save Herb. Dylan Ostrander picks that up. Back to Mandrake. Keegan Mandrake controls. Plays it across, Troy Grinder. Shoots, toe save Herb. Pop to Garrett. Garrett has a look, was gonna shoot it, but his lane is blocked by one of the defenders, little Snellgrove. A shot blocked, and it's cleared down. And the goaltender, Vesey, will play it to Mandrake as there was pressure from a Waffle player. Now pass across, great block, shorthanded. Now it's even strength. Rather, it was just even strength moments ago. The guy out the box was who was hustling back. That was number 88 of the Waffles, who is Carson. Pass across, here's Norman. Norman chips it up. It's picked up by Kyle Carson. Kyle Carson watched by Mandrake. He spins off a check. Spins off Mandrake's checks again. Mandrake gets a stick on it, but Carson controls. Fans on a pass up. Now here's Coiston. Coiston chips it out. Hustles after it, Kevin Coiston. And Carson picks that up. Almost loses the handle, but maintains possession. Pass across. Hall passed up to Irving. Irving takes a look. Rylan Irving shoots, he scores. What a goal. The Waffles regain their 2-goal lead with a goal from Irving. And they're up 6-4 now. Just under 8 minutes left in this game, and the Kraken have coughed up another one, and they now are behind by 2. We'll see if they can get it back. Cressy pass up to Norman. Here's Norman controlling, shoots it down. Herb will come out to play it, but there to pick that up is her opponent, but great sliding across with the stick and getting a whack at that by Butterworth for a pass to the slot. Now here comes Butterworth, he controls, pass to the middle. The pass across to Minhas out of his reach. He'll come back and play it though, but it's given away. Cressy to Norman. Norman controls. Owen Norman takes a look. Chips it over the check of one of the players there. Snellgrove. Norman brings it in. Fakes to go to the middle and toe drags around it, but then loses possession. McLean shoots, blocked. A little bit of an embellishment there, I think, trying to get a call from one of the Waffles players as he jumps like he's got tripped, but rather he's already falling. Now here's a look, a shot, blocker, save Vesey. Hustling after that's Cressy. Cressy plays it up to Ostrander. Ostrander gets it past, gets the zone. Backhand feed, blocked, pops in front, and Herb will swallow that up for a face-off. Big save by Jess Herb there. Off the draw, the Waffles win it in their own zone. Bernard pressured by Garrett. He gets a pass across. Now a pass up, intercepted by Mandrake. Out of the zone, delayed offside. The check up, chip down. Hits Waffles player 6, so no icing. Pass on the wall. The Waffles get it. And they pass right across from wing to wing. Brought in. Grinders on one of the Waffles players bringing it in. It's number 88, Carson, in some feet. Here's Mandrake. Mandrake to Ostrander. Ostrander pass across to Garrett. Garrett gets the zone. He spins back now. Number 17 now controls. That's Ounstead. Pass across. Ostrander kicks it up to Garrett. Back to Ostrander. Pass in front. Garrett looks, shoots, and he scores! What a rip. Garrett with the second goal of the game. It's a 1-goal game once again. The Kraken refuse to die. They're trying to keep it close. And it looks like that's what they will do. Great pass and great shot from Garrett, number 4 of the Kraken. We'll see if they can get another one and tie it up here. I wouldn't be surprised. There's still lots of time left, just under 5.5 minutes in the second and final frame. Face off center court. Pass across from Coyston to Norman. Norman pass to Coyston. Stick gets lifted though. Norman tries to keep it and it's played out. And Lamont will, sitting down in the penalty box, will throw the ball to Dom, another one of the refs, and he'll grab it out of play. Dylan Ostrander on the draw against, I couldn't see who that Waffles player was. Grinder will keep in, he'll chip it up. Now Ostrander will just chip it off the glass and into the zone deep for his team to hustle after it. Here's a look for the Waffles. A play up. Blocked by Mandrake. Mandrake plays it up to Norman. Norman across to Koistin. Koistin spins off. Norman takes a look. Norman chips it to himself, plays it down. Falling down, but he almost gets it back as he stands up quick, but it goes through his legs. Norman plays defense as well in the neutral zone, hustles back after the ball. He controls, takes a look. Played up the wall to Koistin. Koistin back for Norman. Norman brings it in, he shoots. Save Herb. She spins it around, and picking that up is Irving. Irving gets his body in the way of Norman and uses his butt there as a shield and beats him and boxes him out there. Now here's a pass to the line. Grinder to Koistin. Trying to go for Garrett, but it's just out of his reach. Pass up. It's knocked off the stick of a Waffles player there. That's number 23, Runis. Runis battling with Grinder. Still a battle. Can't pick it up. Now a Kraken player will. That was Ostrander. Dylan Ostrander to Gary Ostrander. Gary Ostrander controls. He gets the center line. Spins back. Ostrander still controls. Gets the zone. Takes a look. Brings it in. It's knocked off his stick. There to pick that up, though, is Garrett. Garrett drives in. Backhand pass. Looking for number 16, who is... Number 16 is Harrison, right? But it's just knocked off his stick by one of the defenders. And Cressy plays it up to Garrett. Now back to Cressy. Now up to Harrison. Here's Harrison. Played up. Waffles pick it up. Make the center line, chip it down. Minhas will be there. McLean on Minhas. McLean knocks it off Minhas' stick. Here's Harrison. Darren Harrison controls shot, which stays just in play off the high glass as it's partially blocked. Chip up. Minhas picks it up. Plays it to the middle. McLean whacks him. No penalty on the play. The guy goes down easy. Now there's going to be a call, though. It's in the corner. Number 40, Cressy, will take that penalty for boarding, I believe. So a Napper power play for the Nanaimo Buttermilk Waffles, up a goal. And they'll have just under the full amount of this game left. There's 2 minutes and 13 seconds on the clock, and the Waffles will have a 2-minute power play. So they'll have almost the entirety of this final chance here to keep the lead. The Kraken try to clear it up. It hits the netting, out of play. Face-off will be done in the same spot it was moments ago. Referee Everett Hudlin and Dom Constance here. Everett dropping the ball here. Off the draw, Kraken win it. Goes to the goaltender. And he'll grab it. Face-off will be done once again in that same spot. Off the draw. Again won by the Kraken. McLean rips it down and it'll go all the way. 2 minutes left in this game, 1:48 left in the power play for the Waffles. Off the boards. Minhas tries to chip it down, but he can't. Short-handed, the Kraken are trying to get a chance. Here's Koistin looking, shooting. Way high. Rebound, fanned out of the air. The great look from number 17. That's Ounstead. Here's McLean. Battle for the ball. The Waffles pick it up. It's a shot tipped just wide. Minhas takes a look. Shoots. Save. Goalie can't keep the rebound and tries to pick it up. They can't. Played to the point. Kept in at the line. That's Rose. A shot. Tip wide. On goal rather, but it's saved. Play D to D to kill some more time. 55 seconds left in the power play, 1:06 left in the game. Stick knocked out of the player's hand. Here's Mandrake. They'll pull their goaltender. Chipped in. Chance at the empty net. Played up. Net empty. Mandrake playing goalie. There's a chance at the empty net. Mandrake at the net. And he scores. Bernard brings it in. And 2-goal lead. The Waffles will take this game. 28.9 left. They regain that 2-goal cushion. And that'll be it for this game, folks. Still 28 seconds left, but they're not coming back from that one. Dug themselves a little bit too big of a hole and couldn't get out of it. For a second, I thought they had a chance, but looks like I was mistaken. As Chris Bernard scores the goal in the empty net with Keegan Mandrake kind of playing goalie there. Here's Harrison. Darren Harrison brings it in. It's knocked off his stick, though. Trying to bring it in. Mandrake, good on defense, blocks it with a great active stick. Mandrake to Garant to Ostrander, who fires. Big block. Rebound kick to himself, though, his own stick. And that'll do it. Waffles take this game in the series game 1, best of 3, with a final score of 7-5. And thank you very much for watching. We appreciate you. And we'll be, I don't know, on the next day commentating. And this is the last game of today, I believe. I think maybe a couple days. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Sorry the first period was mute because I muted myself, but at least you got the second half here. And goodbye.